Hello and welcome to episode 205 of our multi-leveling journey. We find ourselves in Tarren Mill in the Hillsbrad foothills. We have got the mine to do, and we also have a dungeon to find on Razorfang Crawl. That's the Scarlet filter. It's going to be the fastest. Okay, there is a group, but it needs a tank by the look of it. So we'll look again in a while. In the meantime, we'll head to the Azure Lode mine over here. I think it is. Yep. And once we're done with this mine quest, and once we're done with handing in the elixir of agony to get the next part, I think we then want to focus on any and all quests that are, while they're being completed, involve obtaining leather and skinning. And then once we've completed all of those, after that we can drop skinning and leatherworking, and instead we can level herbalism and alchemy. We need to get that to 200 for the lost oil. And then once again after that, then we can take mining engineering. So it's going to be quite a profession switching intensive, but it could be nice and worth it in the long run. But before we get into that, we've got to survive this mine first. To rebuff. Alright, these sentries call for help. Oh yes. Just realised. Do actually need to resummon and make the consumables. As well while we're at it. Oh, +5 on finger. Yeah, no. I thought, oh, a necklace for a moment. But, no, no such luck. Beast Tauren. To clear the foreman first, for sure. we know where Foreman Bonds is. He's always in the same spot. Minor hack. What about 4 different spawn locations? Oh, okay. He's in probably the most convenient spot possible then. Those miners stay put. We just have to worry about patrols. Um, build management time. Room. may as well leave the opposite way. If we walk back out that way, we'll likely encounter respawns. So we just go out. That's well and safe way. Combat sounds from above, I think. Yeah, sounds like it. Someone mining too. Right, let's look for Raise and Crawl. Actually, well, they might want. Well, I don't know why they wouldn't want another mage. Yeah. Okay. I got to think. Well, it can be sold. And Hellspread as well. suppose he's getting that yeah, desperate. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're paying this tank apparently, so.
What now? Our time will come.
Yeah, wand. No. So, yes.
Beware, our enemies bound.
And Battle of
Beware
Spirit.
the living.
Good.
And you are. Embrace the shadow. And you are.
Let's go to Undercity. Yeah. Yeah, so we want to hand in Elixir of Agony. Shaman. Beauty Bay. Yep. Oh, do they hearth already? Sure. We can hand in the hearth in a moment. Oh, actually, it doesn't really matter, does it? No, I just realised we need to come back here. Anyway, to hand in the guano quest. So handing this in. Now, if it might make a little bit of a difference to how much XP we get from it, but we'll also level up sooner and get less XP from other things. So it probably balances out.
And you are? Beware. For the horde.
Anyway, capturage you. Okay. We'll just grab a few of these then. Unless... Okay, that despawned. That despawned. Right here, medium hide. Creeper, small, creeper, whatever. No, we start pretty soon. It's fine. Oh, I should have trained. Should have trained. Good morning, almost pirate. It has been going pretty well. We're just about to start a Razorfang crawl dungeon. Which will be nice. And I'm going to be doing the escort at the end. So I'll be glad to get that completed and finished too. I normally groups aren't too bad for it. The last one I did. Yeah, the last group bailed on me, which was less than ideal. No. I haven't PvP'd on a mage in forever, let alone in vanilla. The only time I've really PvP'd has been, on Mage anyway, has been in Wrath. Which is very different. Yeah, I checked before coming here that they were actually going to do the escort. Like well, it's not a difficult thing to do, but for some reason a lot of people dislike doing it. Or take the view, I've done it, so I don't care about anybody else, which I think is pretty poor. Like, you sign up to do a dungeon, and so you should really do that. Right, we ready then? Finished dueling. Right, they've all got that quest now, I think. Guess we just spam the early stuff. Haven't really got enough health to be worth bursting or AoEing. Do you be one spamming to the boss or big packs? Yeah, I mean, these die fast enough. I've cost a couple of frostbolts that I probably shouldn't have, just because the mob was too low health. Hard to tell whether people are talking about real life or in-game stuff sometimes. Yeah, talking about reading actual books, not in-game quests. I'm hoping at some point the tank does some sort of AoE pull, because we've actually got 2 mages. It'll be a perfect time to AoE. I was going to catch the back mob as well, but I'd only get aggro from it. And shaker. We pulled extra up top. I want to get distance on that. Evo to top off. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I think the issue really wasn't the pull. It was more the tank didn't have aggro, so when we AoE'd, everything was on us. And we were already down a little mana from the first pack. But like, if you've got two mages, you've got double Frost Nova. So as long as the tank groups things, and before you start doing the AoE, there's not really any danger because you can alternate Novas. And then alternate Blizzards, you know? So one mage can AoE while the other one's slowing, if you coordinate it that well. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's actually really anything in the way of loot that can benefit us here. It's our crowd control. Taunt. Taunt. Be nice. Right, gonna pop and group them. Mages need mana. Don't need mage.
Victory for Gamagan.
Was really not single targeting. Well, didn't even see it drop for my Shaman when I wanted it. Now nobody needs it on the Mage. Yeah, some good gold that I found vendoring. There's the patrol. What are you saying wait for? Mana's good. There we are. Do pick up the ranged, though, otherwise it interrupts Blizzard. Now we want mana, because we haven't got any left, but yeah. Didn't need it before. I can rebuff as well. It's very blasting for 2 mobs. Really worth it. UEVs. There we go. So Bats, boss, escort, done. Should level up probably after the last boss, but depends if we've got the rare spawn or not. Might level up on the pig. We'll see. Okay. Need 3 skill points in order to in the bat. Oh, bat. Okay. Needs a couple of skill. Yeah, it's fine. We can skin those, but we need 2 skill points. And we can skin this, but we'll need a lot more. In case of it despawning potentially, I'll leave the loot there. Second. surprised I'm not gaining skill. So, back despawned. Two. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, I don't think I can loot this, obviously, but no, it's 165. We are 164. Come on. There's the 165. Hopefully we don't despawn first. Shouldn't do because we've left the loot on there for longer. There we go, heavy hide, under 5, heavy leather. Gain. Yes, very much so. I'm very pleased to have matched that timing up. I thought it would have been sooner than that. I was expecting the skill gain on orange mobs to be 1-for-1 as far as skinning.
My power rules here. Our new allies will avenge us.
Nice. Well, I say it's a nice shield. The one that you get from the quest for killing the boss is actually better. So this just ends up getting vended generally. The quest shield has got 4 stats on. We outlevel these mobs so much. I don't know what is wrong with AoE pulls here. You spend more mana killing them individually than we do otherwise. is a bit of a skinning paradise. It's fantastic as we are the only skinner. Everything is not to fall too far behind the Scott NPC, otherwise the quest will fail. Why are they doing tubers down here? Apparently they don't know to do tubers up top, even though we told them to. If you search for the tubers in the places that you can do up here, the tubers that the gophers find, the gopher doesn't need to move around at all. It just finds them and spawns them underneath it. But if you try and do it down here, the gophers run all over the place, and it is quite frustrating. Sometimes the gopher can run for ages before it finds something that you can loot. It's always better to do the quest up top. Yeah, just after the corpse maker boss, there's a couple of bridges, and then a sort of small area, and then another couple of bridges. You can do finding the tubers on any of those platforms there, and the gopher will just sit on the ground and dig up tubers for you. If you're unlucky down in this part, you'll activate it and it will run off in the opposite direction for an age. And you'll just end up running back and forth and back and forth. And if you're trying to do the escort at the same time, it can make you fail the escort. It's just not worth it. Up top you can even get it to be even more efficient if you search and then command the gopher to search again before you loot the first tuber. Then you can alternate your looting and searching. So search, search, loot, search, loot, search, loot, search. Just to speed it up. But for some reason, a lot of that sort of knowledge from Classic has sort of fallen away, and people have either forgotten it or don't care about it. But it's such good quality of life to not have to spend, I don't know, 5 minutes dashing around when you can get the whole thing done in less than a minute. Oh yeah, I totally agree. They seem to think that players can't use their brains to figure things out and deduce what to do next. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm all for, like, if game design sort of requires or would make sense for you to be told a bit of information, then absolutely, like that can make a whole lot of sense. And not being told some things or being spoon-fed where to go precisely, it is a good thing. It challenges your mind and makes you actually stop and think and explore. And that was kind of one of the whole points of Classic WoW originally, was actually exploring for yourself and not being handheld through everything. Yeah, I think there is a happy medium between the two. I said there are certain mechanics that you should be simply given the information of, this is how this works if you want to do this thing. But then it's up to you to go and do it, and use your own skills to make that work and function in the best way possible. If the quest says, find me and kill 9 Kodos, well, you need to go out and work out where the Kodos are, or you know.
What's up? Keep it real.
I'll take the int ring, but don't think we really need it. Oh, hearth from here, I think. Alright. Oh.
What brings you here?
Leather, 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 leather. Good amount of gold from dungeon trash.
At your back.
And then... where do we want to go? Where we're doing more skinning, but...
So.
probably Thunder Bluff. So what have we got? We've got 6 medium hides, which is 24 medium leather to craft. That will go in the bank. Let's do those. As there's all that. It's crafting, that's bank. Life fruit we can keep to bank. I think the heavy hide can simply be sold as is, because we can't craft it into anything. Barbaric shoulders. Yeah, it's just better to vendor the heavy hides, unfortunately. And craft the bandages. Yeah, the leather stocks and supplies that we've got are reaching pretty extensive proportions now. And craft these bandages and then go and put things in the bank. And then we can craft and sell the rest of it.
Hail.
so trade supplies,
Looking for something special?
sell that. Salt 6. Create the hides. And then we want fine thread 6. And crafting these shoulders basically lets us massively improve the sale price for the leather. So that would be 2 silver for 4 plus 2 silver, but we've spent 50 copper for the salts essentially, but they sell for 12. The only downside is you can only craft as many as you get hides. I'm essentially turning like 7 silvers worth of materials into 12. You're almost doubling it.
Goodbye.
I'm not to go and train. Yes, absolutely. So on this character, I started off traveling between the 3 starter zones and then the later zones as well, doing every quest before it went grey to see how fast I could get honoured with all 4 of the main factions, with a 10% discount across all of them.
Watch your back.
And the answer to that was around about level, I think we hit it at level 31, but if I'd not done a particular dungeon run and instead handed in some other quests earlier, I think I could have got all to honoured at 30, which is pretty nice. But because I knew I was going to be spending so long like going around the lower level quests in the different areas, I took skinning and leatherworking just to make a bit of extra money to spend along the way. There are a few recipes that you can in particular make money from. The first one you get is at skill 55, which I don't think I bothered to learn on this character just yet, but I will pick it up to use up some of the remaining leather. This is the second one, the light leather pants, which uses like cured light hides. And then the shoulders, and then there's one for heavy leather, which is the barbaric shoulders. That uses the heavy hides to craft it. And those are essentially the only 3 skills that make a lot from what you craft compared with what it sells for. There are a couple more that kind of break even or give a small benefit, but nothing groundbreaking. But each of those almost doubles what the materials would normally sell for. Got Mage armor to put. Put that over there for the moment. Scorch 3. And Cone of Cold. The other one at skill 55 is just for light leather on its own.
Hair.
And is for boots. Where are the boots? Embossed leather boots. Yeah. So 90 copper to train it, but it uses 8 light leather, and what might put you off is the 5 coarse thread that you have to purchase in order to craft it. But that's essentially 1 silver 20's worth of light leather, and if you're honoured, of course the coarse thread costs less to buy. And you do need 5 of them though, of course. So that's what? So 1 silver 20 plus... What is this cost? I forget. 9 copper each. That's 45.
Go in peace.
So 165 cost, and it sells for 268. So you make 1 silver and a few copper for crafting you do. But if you skin a lot by doing so many low level zones,
How may I aid you?
you end up with quite a lot of light leather just kicking around.
Be careful.
So let's, instead of selling this for 6, we're effectively selling it for 11,
How may I aid you?
which is pretty much again doubling how much money that you've got at low levels. I wouldn't, well, all of my characters are self-found. I can't go enchanting at all, because to do enchanting as self-found, you need alchemy to do your own arcane bar transmutations, and then you need blacksmithing to get the materials, and then it just gets too complicated with profession switching. You'd basically be 60 by the time you finished enchanting. So I normally go either herbalism and alchemy or mining engineering. On this character, this mage, I've done the leatherworking, skinning. Once I've finished the quests at 30, yeah, yeah, the high level rods are insane. I say if you want to do enchanting, you literally have to do. You have to do the blacksmithing, mining blacksmithing first, and then once you've got the materials, then you can drop mining blacksmithing to learn the alchemy and herbalism, so that you can wait for your arcane bar cooldown to transmute it, and then you can drop that and finally start to, yeah, it would take forever. I mean, you can't make as much as with as you normally could with engineering. You can make most of the stuff.
May the eternal sun shine.
And obviously
What brings you here?
alchemy is
Farewell.
pretty solid. You can make your own health and mana potions, which isn't bad. And the health regeneration potions, especially for warlocks, are amazing. Like the Troll's Blood ones. But yeah, sticking with the leather, even if you only vendor a lot of it, it's really good.
Go in peace.
So you've got those 3 recipes. The boots you can craft just with leather. The light leather pants you can craft with however many light hides you get. And then the hillsman shoulders for medium hides, and the others that I showed you for, was it the barbaric shoulders for heavy hides. Those are the only recipes that you really worry about. As you can see, that those are the recipes that I've had to skill up on as well, aside from using a little bit of medium leather on dark leather boots, which is essentially a cost neutral or very little expense. Anyway, I need to call the stream to an end at this point. I've got to go out for 20 minutes, half an hour or so. And potentially after which I'll be back and heading down to 1,000 Needles. The next step before we drop leatherworking and learn herbalism alchemy is essentially going to be to get all of the quests done that involve killing lots of things that we can skin. So shimmering flats with all of the basilisks and turtles and scorpions, etc. And the Stranglethorn Vale stuff. Tigers, panthers, raptors. Yeah, once that's done, I'll be able to have made as much as I can, essentially, from skinning leatherworking, and we'll be able to do the Elixir of Agony and get the... Yeah, oh, I love Shimmering Flats. It's so good. A lot of people say they hate it, but it's just one massive circle and you're done. And there's just so many quest hand-ins. I love it. Anyway, I really do have to run. It's been great having you here. So I will be back later to do some more questing. But for now, I have to head out. So I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.